He drove away, Judge.
Your vehicle was operable? The other one was not?
Right. She was a pedestrian, Your Honor.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Zachary Ryan Highlander, that is you. Summary, sir, this indictment handed up on November 3rd of 2021. Well, I was just a young boy then. In summary, this indictment alleges that on or about September 26th, 2021 in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the second-degree felony of accident involving an injury or death. In other words, intentionally and knowingly driving a vehicle, namely a Dodge automobile, that was involved in an accident resulting in the death of the victim, who was referred to as the complainant in the indictment, and you intentionally and knowingly left the scene of the accident, knowing that the accident had occurred without first giving name and address and vehicle registration number of the vehicle you were driving and the name of your liability insured to any person, and without providing reasonable assistance or aid to the complainant who was injured in the accident, including transporting and making arrangements for transporting the complainant to a physician and hospital for medical treatment when it was apparent that the complainant was in need of medical treatment. So did you walk away or did you drive away?
He drove away, Judge.
Your vehicle was operable? The other one was not?
Right. She was a pedestrian, Your Honor.
Oh, she was pedestrian. This is a second-degree felony. A second-degree felony, this is what this case is. That means you face a term of not more than 20 years or less than 2 years in prison. In addition, a fine may be assessed not to exceed $10,000. Do you understand? Agreement has been reached in your case. You would be pleading guilty, sentenced to 8 years in prison. 2 cases will be dismissed. Credit for
Any time served.
time served as allowed by law. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, sir.
And 2 cases will be dismissed. The state on this one, Mr. Ham,
Yes, sir.
there was a fatality. This.
That's correct, Judge.
The family, I guess, is.
Yes, sir. I've got their approval for this before the offer was conveyed to the defendant.
How do you plead to this indictment charging you with the second-degree felony of accident involving death of a pedestrian, guilty or not guilty? Are you to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and I now find you guilty beyond a reasonable of this offense? I am following this agreement. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 8 years. There will be other terms and conditions of probation, which,
No,
I'm sorry,
I would love it.
I'm sorry.
My heart just stopped.
I shouldn't have turned the next page to look at what was on the next page. It threw me off.
And this is one of those that requires affirmative action on my part to seek that, Judge, and I haven't done it. So I'm not going to do it at this stage.
Anything else on this? 8 years imprisonment is the assessment of the sentence in this case. There will be 2 other cases that you're charged with that will be dismissed as part of this agreement. Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
The emperor is not as forgiving as I am.
John Dominguez. All right, this is PSI, correct?
Yes, Judge.
All right, State, have you received the defense's letters before we go on the record?
Yes, that's it.
All right, any objection to the court reviewing those? All right. Court is calling 2022 State of Texas versus John A. Dominguez. Are you Mr. Dominguez?
Yes, ma'am.
You entered a plea of no contest on May 22nd, 2023 to the offense of indecency with the child by contact. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 10 years. There are no applications, and this is to run concurrent with the case out of Lavaca County. There's to be Chapter 62 compliance, no contact with the complainants. All right. State, do you have any witnesses?
State has no witnesses, Judge.
Defense, any witnesses?
No, Judge, just argument.
3 minutes to read the letters submitted by counsel.
Thank you, Judge.
One is from Alyssa Molina. The next letter is from Yolanda Dozat. The next letter is from Eric Rodriguez that the court is reading. All right, the court will hear argument. State.
state would like to point out, and the court has reviewed the PSI and the stipulations in this case.
Yes.
The state will just cover some of the more high points of that. Sexual abuse started when the complainant was 7 years old. She said she was forced to touch the defendant at that age. It continued and got worse as the defendant would touch the complainant's breast and pubic region. The complainant specifically recalls the defendant penetrating her at least 3 times with the penis. That the complainant, Skyland Dominguez, suffered trauma and had to go to Parady for mental health treatment. And there are serious concerns about whether she would even be able to testify if this case had gone to trial. And that's part of why we came to this agreement that we did, given the allegations. And so the state would ask that you meet the cap at 10 years. The allegations are very significant, and what happened and what the defendant stipulated to is very significant. And I will point out that while the complainant Skyland had to go to Clarity for this treatment because of what the defendant did to her, she said that the defendant abused her while she was at Clarity.
Well, somebody needs to talk to Clarity then.
And Your Honor, the state is asking you to meet the cap at 10 years and sentence the defendant to 10 years in TDC.
All right, so just a second. Are you saying that the complainant was at Clarity, which is a facility, and you're saying that somebody from Clarity allowed him to go into the facility? Is there proof of that?
That is understanding, yes.
Is there proof of that?
That's what the complainant has said in the report.
All right, because the court's understanding is that anybody who goes to Clarity, if you're going to visit someone, even if you're a parent, you have to sign in. So is there anything of that nature? Is somebody planning on suing Clarity because they let somebody in who's charged with this offense to see?
The state is not aware of anything like that.
Okay. Counsel?
Sorry, Judge.
Oh, yes, you may proceed.
Oh, on behalf of Mr. Dominguez, Judge, we know that the court has read the PSI. We are understanding of the severity of the offense. However, my client, through his plea of no contest, was hoping not to have to put anybody through anything further. He has the support of his family, his mother, his wife, his son. They're all present back here in the back.
They were all pieces of shit.
He's asking the court to sentence him to 7 years.
All right, Mr. Dominguez, anything you wish to say to the court about this offense and why you did what you did?
He'd rather not talk, Judge.
All right, you'd rather not say anything. All right. And State, you're telling me the complainant has, I'm assuming, mental health issues and some other issues.
Yeah.
All right, the court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 10 years in the prison.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
This run concurrent with Lavaca County Cause Number Chapter 62 compliance. There's to be no contact with the complainants, and the court will give you credit for any time served. All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. When this happens, guess what? Someone's childhood is ruined. They will never be a child again because of what you did. When you go to the prison, you need to sit there and think about it. You understand? All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. No, you're excused.
Yes.
Burn in hell.
If you are new to my channel, please subscribe as I edit these cases and remove all of the mundane, boring, repetitive stuff. And I even remove the silences, so you get only the juicy bits, which I think are always the best bits. Are looking for another episode that has all the boring stuff cut out and gives you just the good stuff, then here a couple that may interest you. Enjoy.